Well, welcome back. It's now time for your midday sports. Now, experienced netball coach Winston Nevers believes young players have the biggest win for the Sunshine Girls, despite their poor showing at the Fast Five World Series, which ended on Sunday in New Zealand. After finishing second at the last two editions in 2017 and 2018, the Sunshine Girls failed to win a match over the two-day event as they ended sixth on the table. Following defeats to Australia, South Africa and Uganda on the opening day, the Jamaicans were beaten 27-32 by England and 22-40 by New Zealand in their last two preliminary games. The team also lost a second time to African debutants Uganda 10-32 in the fifth-place playoff. But despite the results, the former national assistant coach backed the move from Netball Jamaica in sending a number of young players on the trip.
Now, this time around, we have some really young players, and I really believe this is how the Netball Association should do things. Because I can remember when we played this series against Barbados and South Africa should be here. South Africa never come, so they play the male team, and I was mad about it because these young girls need to get the exposure, and this is what we should do from a long time, and see it we found wanted now. But I think this time around we had learned something from it, and we have to continue to do things like this, bring the young one them, because you have even young girls now from presently in school now that play down in New Zealand.
Australia won their first Fast Five title, beating South Africa 34-20 in the final, while New Zealand took third place after beating England 39-25. Now, Vere United will hunt their first win of the Jamaica Premier League season as they take on many-time champions Portmore United in the lone Monday night fixture today at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Vere United are without a win after two games as they ended 1-1 against Tivoli Gardens in their opening fixture before losing 3-0 to Cavalier at home in their second contest. Portmore United have not played since their opening day 1-1 draw with Montego Bay United on October 23, as last week's Monday night game against Arnett Gardens was postponed due to the inclement weather. In their last three meetings, both teams have had a win, with the most recent game in May ending in a 0-0 draw. The game is set to kick off at 7:30 p.m. Mount Pleasant versus Tivoli Gardens game has been postponed as several Mount Pleasant players are on national duties with the Reggae Boy squad in Cameroon. And Liverpool have drawn holders Real Madrid in the last 16 of the UEFA Champions League in a repeat of last season's final. 14-time winners Real Madrid beat Liverpool 1-0 in this year's final in Paris, thanks to a goal from Vinicius Jr. in the 59th minute. Premier League champions Manchester City face German side RB Leipzig, while Tottenham play Italian giants AC Milan. Chelsea also have German opposition in Borussia Dortmund. Elsewhere, French champions Paris Saint-Germain have drawn Bayern Munich. In other games, Club Brugge will play Benfica, Frankfurt will oppose Napoli, while Inter Milan will meet Porto. The last 16 first legs will take place on the 14th and 15th and 21st and 22nd of February, with the second legs on the 7th and 8th and 14th and 15th of March. And West Indies women will host England for an 8-match white ball series in December as part of their preparation for next year's T20 World Cup. The Windies women will play the English in 3 one-day internationals and 5 T20 internationals from December 4 to 22 in the Caribbean. The 3 ODIs in the series will be played on December 4, 6 and 9 at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua. The teams will then travel to Barbados for the 5-match T20 series to be played at the Kensington Oval on December 11, 14, 17, 18 and 22. The Caribbean side will play in Group 2 at the T20 World Cup in South Africa alongside England, India, Pakistan and Ireland. The 8th edition of the marquee event will begin on February 10 with host South Africa taking on Sri Lanka. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. Shamela, it's back to you.
Thank you, Renardo. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the entire news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.